he could know your demeanor for the whole day. Perhaps you were even tired.
Yeah.
And you see, and when I may buy in Naposo,
Mm.
at those days, why nauseating. Some of the things he said, probably he shouldn't talk. But when the Atranica, you say we were Quran.
Yeah.
I said, "Come on, you probably be one who be an every speak a crowd."
Exactly.
It's better sometimes you don't speak at all. And to that no call down, come here and say, "Oh, you be." Yeah, the microphone no ben. I say, "Really, on your day, on kasa."
What realizes about for kasa?
I realize some focus. To bring no cocaine, no youth connect now. Okay, do so.
Yeah.
Now, I'm telling you, I'm here around. One day, Ben, I can be sorry. The secretary say, Papa, what do you mean, Cassa? After you buy youth connect, young Fagana has no, and to enjoy a crack. So I just say, the American could say, you seem to be a bear nose eating.
I'm a ubi.
But you can help yourself by preventing it so that mampo. And I did back also say, and Grofobia so to say the pain, what's in the pain. Such people smacks like arrogant. And I define Napo.
So in the case of Napo, is that the
one of those? So maybe sometimes he's quick in answering certain thoughts or responding to certain positions. Psychophone, they normally smells as very arrogant. But Nanyasa, we are confident. Genuinity. And of course, I will hear the trajectory in Napo. Since 2000, is it 2000 I'm losing? Or 2000?
No, 2008.
I'm losing.
Omuluzu presidential opposition 2008.
One of the few that has been consistent defending the cause of MPP. In fact, I used to baby normally on Saturdays, and I tuned into your sister station like CTF. He was always there.
Yes,
he defended. In other words, what I'm saying is that he's gone through the mill. Nanadu, before Nanadu came to power, he was vociferous. In fact, okay, the baby famina. City no, the incumbent here, no person
independency.
In fact, it was almost like a war. Because now can say, "Ubi our only party." In fact, he took the fall to the stance that Papa no win no. I don't know who said we. The Americans say, "What to me a Jina party no." See, Jina. See, as the casa knows it. And Uncle and Tizias, you're running vice president. I mean, to me. I thought that the only person who know a papa, they be a bro the sinto also.
Okay.
Your mother a bro, the yellow bro in sinto also no. Be nerdy. Men sign as national youth president.
Okay.
You teacher for university teacher for you. I've not seen a person so humble than Napo. Seriously. Be a nipa back what meeting with compare the current minister of labor, employment and labor relations. Another fantastic man. Napo will listen to you sometimes in the night. Maybe actually be committee be am say very my friend minister. E be see resolve issues be answer na chire. Maybe our friend 8 p.m. I say time be. We say after free cry. Kumase bank cry. You say be at 10 p.m. 10 p.m. could do 11 p.m. He will still find time for you. That's a baby. If a car, and so on a bomb wire in your car. He fought that you got a Pajaro.
So he has time for.
He has time. He has this sense of WOPE. And no, next time they Kumasi, MPP executives will know some mechanic from back. Napo could ask you, now for 2 tons as what to be. In other words, Opposite also. Odi. Memi nim se nakoma. Ewo nipa ho pa.
Okay.
En kan ko end pa. Yes, ebia once in a while we slip say the maker no na asem aye ya na no aye. But we feel say leadership qualities in there. Ebia na mabobo so actually. People that think about people others more than himself. In fact, he's that kind of person. Compassionate. And you know, me them feel say in fact, candidates I didn't see anybody that compares to him.
No.
You see, you're saying this was a nice guy. I always say that. But what is his constituency? Before they came to power, yeah, we can should be no America.
Yeah, no America.
Abani to how?
America. But the competence as well.
Competence, no doubt about that. I mean, look at implementation of free SHS. Me, I'm one of the people that is. I'm not a fan of free SHS because I believe it could have been done better. Now, I always say this. Yeah, far better than what they did. But trust me, within this constellation of problems, the effort of NAPO cannot be discounted.
Because of free SHS?
To implement it. The strength, the foresight, I mean, what have you? First batch or so registration, he goes to cabinet, convince them that registration should be free. The compassion is there. He think, you see, it will be a one to see so. That's what you know. Why you to
why you ten? But
I'm telling you, Napo is one. I'll talk about that guy today.
But if Napo is too compassionate, if he's compassionate, I may say the recent West now about. If he's compassionate as we see it, Obekani or can say yemfa your timetable, because Obia who say. Wouldn't say such words.
I agree with you. Isn't that make a say times, positions, and because of that, you should be careful in what you say. Makasa ababa will be one soon. Now it broke me down, and I hope Napo going home he would have been thinking about it. Why did I even answer it? Into your university, I say university, Mutitibi, I say lecturers and university, into office. And then this is the first time saying this.
Okay.
In office, then this lady comes.
Nice lady.
Beautiful, everything, but also shabbily dressed in the sense that almost exposing some of his, you know. And so I ended up saying, so who is recording? Are you recording or I should record?
Okay.
And then the girl was shocked. I said, say, what? I said, yeah. Bringing yourself like this, not camera so bragging. Now, quite often I say, Charles Marfo saw me or saw me. Yes, sir. Because, yes, this is appealing to men.
Yeah.
And so you bring. So when free hand go within the twinkle of my eye, then they just started crying. Yeah, of course. But okay. Then I find out who she is and I'm going to call her back. And I apologize.
Okay.
So, maybe I'm angry, but I didn't like the way...
The appearance, no?
When I went into it properly, you said, life is difficult.
Wow.
Into the best, you know.
What in the best, Abba?
I remember asking my secretary, giving him some money, and I said, I didn't go boutique, now only near my credit. You see, the Americans say, what we see all the time, probably, say, my mom, Panachawa, Coco, say, Papa, any 3 more days. Yeah. But my duty said, per my eyes, and my team as a son, I say, I'm perhaps compassionate.
Yes.
No, Napo need a second time too.
He needs a second time.
A second chance too. He must have broke something, like you said. Was say Papa yani dingo mo. O say adani amfa Haruna ne ye was say omo anto omo.
Omo ankasa anto omo campaign.
Omo form ngan o. Any mani bu e ba wa.
So you think that Napo is the best man now for the MPP, given Wamwa your line?
Oh yes, when it comes to age, length of time in the party, you know how well he has done, competence and age. He's a right combination to the vice president. To the extent when you talk about continuity or people learning and taking over, he's in a pole position to do that.
Okay, many have said, sir, the NIB shouldn't use state money, and maybe say who sanctioned that survey. No, it's a question. Dente even by Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, somebody who has said, idea or be protected the public purse. Is it that the NPP, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, come out and disassociate Omoho from this pool and accident?
And then I think whether it is Bawumia or it is neither here nor there. NIB is a national security agency, isn't it?
But that's what using it for party.
No, they have a budget.
Okay.
And they decide how to use it.
And
once they can justify, it's actually a national security issue.
Okay.
It is informing them their next step to take. It is informing them that probably they should begin to bring some security apparatus to Kumasi. So in case the vice president did not come from here,
okay,
and people should revote, we should have people here, some security here that could quell it,
okay,
isn't it?
Good.
In other words, I think, even the results they've come up, I think they were doing a major research. We're just an iota
of what they
whatever they want to do. And they are national security issue. Okay. I think that politics, people are so happy. Say, national study. In fact, people that should be doing research more is those people.
And security agencies, no?
They should be. In fact, before things happen, they should know. And it is because they do research. Please.
But people are saying, why are they interested in who becomes the running mate of the ruling government? Whilst other political parties or
fantastic. But again, you see the name of Gua person.
Okay.
And
before
you are talking about ruling government here.
Okay. So it's an advantage.
There is something you have to do. Of course, you can talk about incumbency,
advantage.
But I think there's the reason why they did this is not for the interest of Napo getting it or knowing who is becoming, but for a bigger picture. And I mean, so I can headlines. I've heard Urab Mahama saying they will have their own whatever because they don't trust issue. For me, that actually feed into this. You see, so seriously, they are national security organization. They have every right to do something like this.
Very well.
And it is important that as a nation, we give them some credit.
Professor Charles Marfo and Yetin and Kano. One other issue I be doing because we are in the Ashanti region. No? Prof, frankly, honestly, has the MPP done much in terms of the national cake? Ashanti region. Given the number of ministers the NPP are in the Ashanti region. And to see what we are hearing, we are discussing, Napo likely to be the flag bearer. Yanya near wasi from the national cake. Because the Ashanti region is the NPP.
Yeah.
And say dia we must get if not more, at least half of the other regions.
Something conspicuous.
Conspicuous.
You see, anytime I was speaking about this, I had a problem with the MPP guys. You know, in fact, some of them will go, Prof. Some of them now can say, yes, you can. And I'm saying, so we could in Parliament. Okay, Ashanti region, we have 5 interchanges. And within 8 years, you have 1. I mean, and I will not mention places where interchange is actually not necessary. You go and build one day. Places where airport is not necessary, you finish one day.
Yeah.
It is only in Ashanti region when airport are opening it 3 times. You are near Ashanti.
For the optics.
Why? One crack, you've been how many times?
Uncountable.
I don't think it's hot, and I say also MPP. And I wish sometimes people will use their heads rather than saying me MPP. Because you see, I said to them, you pay with me. Yes, it's so common. Yes, sir. And think come join your can and turn your can. No, say, Tasman for more one ya. A baby mutu no more. I can't. Yeah, I'm going to do but me because I felt like I'm stepping on toes. There sometimes somebody called me and said that, Prof, I understand you are a full professor. You are getting there at KNUST. That won't pay recently. You may pay the microphone by your mafia. I'm saying Crawford when. And Crawford won't penocrate. Debbie, you see, I don't know some of the say a year say sometimes it's in the budget.
As we are
and near something, you're near back. To that, make catch be say. Besides taking a running mate, as you know, more share, but a president and incoming another.
The vice president,
flag bearer, and I say, one thing they should endeavor doing is to finish the airport, finish Buankra, and finish at least Swami Interchange.
6 months.
Oh man, yeah. Then for me, it is not. I can't put my hand anywhere and say they will win elections.
So it is likely the NPP is going to opposition.
Of course.
Opposition.
Of course, because people want goodies. People are talking. I mean, forget about the national issues like the higher inflation, high cost of living now.
GDP.
Think about the some critique, which is implemented a year fire youth. Your friends say NAPCO, the training colleges and teaching them some
allowances.
I don't know.
You're forgetting now.
The things are a Sicano Ninti, a one you could check a cran for the Kaiser, a my from the bar, near Bussy. And look at my who say, you see, anything I would take care for them. No, Sicana, a while, Sicana, the bro, a Bussy.
Oh dear.
Now, Kofobi, a Chichango for haircut. These are the national issues which have brought a lot of hardship on people. I know a lecturer, a retired lecturer, who had his money at Gold Coast over 500,000. Because now 2 years in it.
Wow.
Because now he was in dialysis.
Wow.
See, people are angry, or family. They saw that the man's money has been locked. These are national issues. So these are national issues. You ask Ashanti Jekahona, there are specific projects.
I wasn't kept back.
I said, am I? Wow. Instead of paying as Adena, a nurses training 9 months, 4 years, campaign to Untriano. No, yes, say, never try that in so. Opportunity cost. Opportunity always costs.
It's all true.
It's all true, right? It's all true, right? And the idea also indicated criteria people when they say we voted just 4 years ago. There was free SHS. Everybody was thinking, say,
and nobody here boost to votes.
What happened?
A teso.
They lost parliament.
Some 1 million votes became 500,000.
And then you say, "Unimu wawede."
Oshenda.
Into many as some catchers who lose.
Davi.
And into some catchers who bet me lose. A tiny.
And yet, time no. And you can't what time. That's why you
and I always say this: in Yansakeke, Mr. failure.
Good. Prof, your time now, so, but the last question I maybe has nothing to do with the yes, it has something to do with governance. Ghana has said here and Africa. But there is this gentleman what is the Holland or Hollander or equity the Dutch passport to my PhD.
Yeah.
What is that? When you hear that, we are disappointed in the system and also in the guy.
I mean, I'm disappointed in the guy.
Not the system.
The guy, now I can forgive him because we heard him who said, "7 years now from Kakra."
But we didn't.
I mean, I belong to Commonwealth. I went to University of Ghana. We have those that went to Commonwealth, so we have Vandals platform. And I have a colleague who now lives in Canada and also had the audacity to be interviewed by another Ghanaian. No catcher will say, they are quite kind, and then they go back Canada. No, you more Ghana, no job by. To say, you more, and the offers to be a doctor. So just 6,000 a month on what 2 weeks.
Wow.
Oh, into free say, okay, I'm going to see. So I didn't know from I say, I'm Adwene.
Adwene,
from, yeah. See, a bread banner will be about the PED. In fact, will be all PED. No, so it be a Dutch passport. Nasa bumi enu nyina ma ohuru nkuku mu Netherlands. Media de said o PhD no. Nkuku mu hohoro no. Ebe ye fase word. In other words, or the suahunu fufuru bi ye dey.
Eka ho.
Eka ho.
Okay.
So I'll say that comparison is even a non-starter. We should not even discuss. It should not even be a discussion on the table for us to even think about it. Yanti kromo ya ne kaje oze ya omoka ya say ya tumi na say ya say fa ma me beje na fa ma me beje na tumi ni wia e dey tumi no another Dutch passport no that passport is say no hu omo a omo ye president of Ghana.
Okay.
So enti
Adwene sa yes sorry
sir no wofom I mean and na papa ne catch on British former member of Parliament by Boatin say
Boatin yeah
and no catch say it should not be part of our discussion. In fact, we should not even consider it.
Okay.
And it's a for TikTok and normal person they will not get some people like me contributing.
Okay.
The friend of mine that day that I remember copying and saying I'm the two Vanda, you know, I'm trust. He said, I'm so disappointed in him that I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
He's a part of my friends. I didn't know. Now you more hasa.
Professor Charles Marfo and you know Eddie and Kobono. Me say idea what me who said ye Ghana ACT and so program within the Ghana sit saying the Professor Charles Marfo or a provost or a College of Humanities and Social Sciences. KNUST and in common unya sampling for anyone in common. So it's a very privilege for us and yene papa and so was yedi and common. We talk about three issues so we talked about the NDC campaign team and then Baumia it's likely say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia NIB report no kase obeyi Upoku Prempe doctor. And then of course we talked about whether Ashanti region anya the national cake no ne share anase wonya prof say idea enru babia yenya kra na it's likely the NPP will go to opposition so man yes Adwene in the next 6 months idea on the opposition and so prof yeah that's it yene Hepa Plus Ebenage Herbal Production Ebedin Komo womo enede the fearsome 3 and so etimi aba Hepa Plus Pavi Plasmos and so aba yentwa ho na ye no mu eni nkomo mra ye ba ye beto so na ye di nkomo ye frɛ me the speaker ye ba sesi ai sida anytime obebo sa adwone din no na adanse e ba because amanfo agie atum ye frɛ no the fearsome 3 Hepa Plus Pavi and Plasmos e bo adwuma e wo Ghana ha eni ewiase afa na nyina na me say amano ne fo no omu na tu and so doc good morning. Yatna morning